Good evening, everyone. I hope you are all well. Welcome to today's live video, live discussion. And our topic today, we want to look at the greatest story ever told. The greatest story ever told. We all love stories. I do, and especially beautiful stories. I love to listen to beautiful stories. And I was thinking, which story should I share with us about the greatest story ever told? And there are so many beautiful stories out there that would love to listen about the greatest stories that would ever hear and listen. So as I was going through my research on the greatest story that was ever told, I kept on thinking, what makes a good story? What makes it good and what makes it great? And there's so many things. So I started looking through. Should I talk about Nelson Mandela? Because we know of the story of Nelson Mandela. He made a difference. His fight for apartheid. He's one of the most recognized African leaders in the world by the time of his death. He even sold more books posthumous than when he was alive. Is that the greatest story? I asked myself. Then I went and looked. Maybe I should go somewhere near, maybe musician. I read the story about Celine Dion. It's a beautiful story of a 16-year-old Canadian girl who had a beautiful, beautiful voice. And the parents knew that, and they started training her even as early as 11 on how to become a great musician. And you read the story of Celine Dion and the music she made. And I think the one that put her in the world map was when she actually sang the song that was used in the movie Titanic. You read the story of Celine Dion. Her love story is so beautiful. She fell in love with her producer. They got married. They had children despite, her parents not agreeing with it because they're saying that the age difference was big. Then I thought, well, it's a good story. But is it the greatest story that was ever told? Then I thought, well, maybe I should pick a minister of the Word of God, say, Billy Graham. We can say that Billy Graham was actually a story we can tell of a young evangelist who grew and ministers to the world. Maybe we can talk about Anwar Sadat. There are so many stories we can talk about that I could not pick one that I found that was the greatest story ever made or ever told. So as I continue to investigate further, I actually listened to my mentor, John Maxwell, tell about the greatest story ever told and said, wow, I think that is what I'm going to pick. The one that has been shared by my mentor, John Maxwell, is going to be the greatest story ever told. So I went through to listen to this greatest story ever told. And John Maxwell says that they were in a party and it was his birthday. I think they're celebrating his birthday or Christmas. I'm not very sure which one it is. And then someone gave him a book whose title was The Greatest Story Ever Told. He was very excited to read that story. He looked forward to read this greatest story ever read. He was a young leader who had just started the leadership journey. And as he opened the book, page 1, he went through and perused through, and the pages were blank. To his amazement, he looked to the person who gave him and said, it's blank. And the person who had given her the gift was one of his employees. He said, John, that is where I want you to write the greatest story ever told about your life. And it came to his realization that we love reading other people's stories, but we never ever think that we can actually write our own story. So today I want to encourage you to start writing the greatest story ever told. I do not want you to read your story written by other people. I want you to write the greatest story ever told told about your life, and you can start it now. So what are the things that you need to put in that book when you start writing the greatest story ever told in the world? Put in it that your dreams, all your dreams. Start putting all your many dreams in that book, the greatest story that you want to write. The beautiful dreams, all of them, put them down there. Start writing there the persistency that you will take through. Start journaling the journey, the memories. Take photos of these beautiful memories that you will have in life so that you can put them in that book. Do not allow someone else to write your story. Take charge of your story and write it down. Master your story, word day by day. Write it down. When I discovered this in 2019, June, I changed a lot of things because I discovered, like my other mentor says, that Jim Rohn says that you cannot change the destiny of your life overnight, but you can change the direction overnight. And I made that decision. It may not be a very good decision to make by some people because not everybody will be growing as fast as you are. So when you start changing your life and going for your dreams and moving towards your dreams and achieving them, guess what will happen? There are people who will not be happy about it. I have a statement I tell people that when somebody's trying to pull you down, don't worry about them. Don't bother about them. Where are they standing? Down, below you. That's why they are trying to pull you down. So if you want to move up, do not concentrate on the person who's pulling you down. Move up. Write your story. Do not read your story written by a third person. So I don't get really excited when people tell me, oh, you are this beautiful, you are this awesome, you're doing this good, you're talented. That does not impress me. What impresses me is, what am I writing about myself? What am I doing about myself? So take charge of your life. Write the story of your life by the dreams that you make today, by the decisions that you make today. Think through. Are you living your life? Or are you living a life that others want you to live? So as we write the story of your life, I want to ask about 3 things I want you to think through when you're writing the story of your life. Number 1 is about your dreams. Your dreams. Are they your dreams or are they someone else's dreams for you? Authenticate your dreams and go for your dreams. That is number 1. Number 2 is the decisions that you make on your life. Where do you want to go? What do you want to do? What do you want to enjoy doing? Find your purpose. Make a difference for your purpose and start writing your dreams so that you do not have people write your story, but you write your story based on the decisions that you make today about your dreams, the things that you want to accomplish, the places. Make those decisions. Let no one make those decisions for you. And finally, I will tell you something that people rarely want to hear. A beautiful story has 3 parts. It has the dream, it has hard work, or rather the obstacles that come through, then it has overcoming the obstacles. So as you write the story of your life, the greatest story of your life, remember, once you establish the dreams, there will be obstacles. Just the same way that we don't have days all through, night comes. So you need to prepare for the nights. When there is the obstacles, the dreams, then there is the obstacles. Master to overcome obstacles. Master no. When people say no, they don't really say no. They want to stop you. So you need to master that. Overcome it. Once you overcome it, you will celebrate on the other side. You will be writing your own story. Your own story, your own passions. Then you will look back and say, I wrote the best story of my life. You will share it with your children and tell them, this is the story of my life, written by the author himself, me. I charge you, take charge of your life and write that story. If you've liked what we're sharing here, you can like our page. You can also share this video with your friends who wants to make a difference in their lives so that they start writing the story of their lives. And we all celebrate being in this earth. Thank you so much for joining us today. I love you. We will look forward to the next episode and have a lovely evening. Thank you.